Hey, let's talk about games.
Hello there guys and girls, it's Airsick Hydra here. Today I'm going to be talking through with you the latest changes to the leveling system within Inquisitor Martyr, going through what's a little bit different now, what's changed in the latest patch, and for those of you that aren't familiar with the old system, I'll be doing a little bit of a recap and review with you too. So I'm going to try and make this brief, concise and to the point. Don't mind my man running there, he's just trying to get somewhere. So, Inquisitor rank to start off with is going to be basically what your character has access to within the game. It's how good of an Inquisitor you are. So, the higher the rank you are, the better the gear you can equip, the better the gear that can drop, and the better the perks and the better the skills and the weapons that you have access to. Or the bigger the variety. Getting access to more weapons as you go doesn't necessarily mean the weapon is inherently better, but you will get more weapons as you level up or more variety. Next we have the account level. Now the account level gives you skill points. Every time you level up you'll get a skill point. That can be shared, those points are shared across all of your characters. So if you unlock 5 points on your Psyker, you're going to have 5 points on your next Psyker, you're going to have 5 points on your Crusader. This is an account-wide bonus that gives us skill points that we can spend in this skill point tree system, which we'll go over in more detail another time. As you can see, I can spend a few here. There we go, I've spent some points. Now the question is, how are you going to get these two things? So for account experience, that's going to be for all of your characters. What you're going to do is a normal mission first will give you a standard amount of account experience. All well and good, that's what we used to have. But now, the campaign as well will give you even more experience for your account. The turret missions as well, which are sort of your elite missions you use by, or you can get access to by spending fate. We'll go over that more in another video when the actual fate button and turret system's working properly. And we can also do it via investigation. So basically anything you do within the game is going to give you some account experience, okay? The account experience is modified by what you're doing though. So large maps will get you, compared to small maps, double the amount of account experience because of the time taken. So no longer any reason to shy away from large maps. As well as that, the amount of enemies killed plays a part as well. Now, generally speaking, as a rule of thumb, 25% of the experience from an objective will be just from completing the mission. The other 75 is going to be from killing stuff. Now, that is the baseline. It varies depending on the actual mission you're doing. But short story, make sure you kill loads of stuff because that's going to give you probably more experience than actually just doing the objectives and speedrunning. So speedrunning, not quite so worth it anymore. As well as this, you're also going to get notably more experience if you're doing a harder mission. You see these levels here? If it's plus 100 from me, I will get a fairly notable bonus. By the time it's plus 400 difficulty, you get about 250% extra experience. If it's minus 400 from my level, you're only going to get yourself about 13% of the total experience. So those are the general variables that can impact how much account experience you're going to get from a mission. Do bear in mind, of course, for every plus 100 power rating from your own power rating, if you're not sure what yours is, you can check it out here on the inventory tab. It's the sum total of all of these fists and all of these, I think they're all fists, they used to be shields, they're all fists now. It's the sum total of all of your gear, basically. It's how good you are. That is determining what you can do and how effective you are, and for every plus 100 you do minus 20% damage and you take plus 20% more. So that's everything to do with account experience that you need to know. Now let's talk a little bit about Inquisitor rank. So how do you get this? Because arguably this sounds like the more important thing, right? Gets you access to more things, it's awesome. This basically comes from everything apart from standard missions. So you can get it via more means than previous. So now campaign will give you a notable amount of rank points, and investigations as well. Investigations will spawn story missions within a sector that will also give you access to rank points, and finally turret missions as well will also give you some too. And if you want to get access to more turret missions, if you run out of investigations in an area, you do normal missions, which now grants you a lot more fate than they previously did, 400% more as a base, and even more if you're doing hard difficulty missions. So you do a few of those, get up to about 100 fate, and then you spend that on a turret mission. Again, where you would generally go into turret mission, if we go back to the system here, and load on up. Normally in the bottom corner there will be a little deck of cards you just click on, and what you'll do is you click that, you click the cards you want to select, and it will generate a mission for you. But guys, that's how you get rank experience. Now this isn't modified by difficulty, because the actual difficulty of these story missions will always be equal to your level, so it doesn't really matter. There's no point thinking, oh, I better gear up before this story mission. Unless they've changed it. I need to just double check this. So I slight caveat here, I may be wrong, but I believe most of the investigations and things like that will always be based on your own level. So that being said, you don't need to worry too much about their difficulty. It's always going to be quote unquote sort of neutral. They may progress past your level if you try and do too many of them. I need to double check that. Perhaps you guys can leave it down in the comments below. But everything apart from a normal mission basically is going to give you some Inquisitor rank points and get this up. Okay, guys and girls, that is the new leveling system. That are the changes. Basically, cut a long story short, it's far easier to get account experience now. Pretty much anything you do gives you lots of it. Normal missions still give you the standard amount though. And then we have a lot more fate coming in, and as well as that we have spawnable story missions via the investigation system. And if you're not sure how to spawn an investigation, if you haven't already, we'll go back to our command bridge now. Right, so when you're on the command bridge, if you don't have an investigation in the right hand side here, go over to this console and click on it, and that will spawn you an investigation, giving you some additional story missions within that sector, which will give you more rank points. Remember though, there may be a limit on how many investigations you can do. There seems to be a limit on the amount of clues, etc. I'm still trying to figure this out myself, but I will update this video once I've got a more complete picture. Just wanted to give you guys a little update though on how it works. So that is everything you need to know for now. That is the Inquisitor rank, Inquisitor account level, all mapped out for you. Guys and girls, have yourself a great time in the game. Stay tuned this weekend. Hopefully we're going to have that developer interview uploaded. Take care. All the best.